So this is a bit of a surprise. A big reason for Stephen Curry not re-signing or, well, pulling his brand from Under Armour was that they couldn't attract Caitlin Clark. He was frustrated that Under Armour couldn't land Caitlin Clark and felt they didn't invest in his brand enough. And, I mean, I don't think Caitlin Clark was ever not going to Nike. You would have had to. In fairness, Under Armour offered the biggest money. They offered her $4 million a year over 4 years. Caitlin's making $3 million a year over 8. In the worst deal signed in history. Erin Kane signed the worst shoe contract ever. She signed the Scottie Pippen of shoe contracts. If you guys haven't seen The Last Dance, Scottie Pippen signed his stupidly long-term deal, which looked good at the time. But in like 4 to 5 years, he was like the 9th highest paid player in his team. Like, I'm not joking. By the end of Caitlin Clark's shoe contract, I would not be shocked if she's not in the top 20 in WNBA shoe contracts. If by the end of year 8, if she's not in the top 20 because of what she signed, in terms of how people are getting paid. But I highly doubt he left Under Armour because they couldn't land a WNBA player. It's not about landing a WNBA player. It's about landing the WNBA player. The top 5 merchandise moving athlete alive. And top 5 athlete. You know what? I stand by this. Nobody moves merch like basketball players. Nobody moves merch like basketball players. That's just a fact. No one moves merch like basketball players. Because basketball merchandise and basketball like signature shoes, signature gear, and signature logos, it's probably the most acceptable thing to wear casually. As a man wearing a Los Angeles Lakers top. Like, I'm a Leeds United fan. I'll wear a Leeds United jacket out. But like you're not gonna wear anything for that many football teams other than like retro jerseys, which have come back in. But other than maybe Roger Federer. When Roger Federer I don't know how, and maybe Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods move merch. But in general, it's basketball players. But like Caitlin Clark, who moves more merch than Caitlin Clark? That is an active player. The man on the right, Stephen Curry. That might be it. In 2025, I think Caitlin Clark moves more merch than LeBron James. As we saw, she sold more jerseys than LeBron James. That man on the right is the only person. If Steph Curry had have attracted Caitlin Clark, do you not understand how quickly Caitlin's logo would have came out? How big it would have been? How much it would have pushed Under Armour? It would have almost brought Under Armour back to the heights of 2016 when it was the brand. Like, let's not forget what the trendy brand was. It was Under Armour. And like, look, I'm an Irishman. I'm an Irishman. And when it comes to Under Armour, when it comes to that brand, like, it's a much, like, it's seen, because there's not that many shops and everything import a whole bunch of Under Armour things. So in the end, you don't see them really going on sale. It's like the premium of the sports brands in Ireland. Whereas I know it's not like that in America. But like, there was a hype around Under Armour that could have been there. It could have been there. And I think they could have landed Caitlin Clark if they'd offered her double the money. Like, if they had offered her $8 million a year for 4 years, $32 million for half the time, I think she would have taken it. Instead of $3 million, $8 million, that's too much to turn down. Especially because Caitlin Clark was not making the $16 million when she was in college. She wasn't. She wasn't making that money. And people are like, oh, Caitlin doesn't care about money. Like, no, like, everyone cares about money. If Caitlin didn't care about money, she wouldn't be doing those talks where she repeats the same story over and over again to a different group of people for $100K an hour. Like, let's be real, we all care about money. He signed it with Nike for sure. Steph to Under Armour when they couldn't sign Caitlin Clark. Steph saw the sales numbers of women's basketball and said, hold up, that's my money. Under Armour really wasted the prime, one of the most marketable superstars the NBA has ever seen. He's the only star they could ever land. That was a mistake by him. I mean this when I say this. It was not a mistake by Stephen Curry. Do you not understand how big Steph Curry's brand was for Under Armour and how good it was that it wasn't Nike? Like, he wasn't just another face for Nike. He was the face. hindsight, Adidas probably could have done a better job because they didn't really have a face of basketball. And Adidas used to always get all the big bigs, like they had Duncan, Garnett, the likes of them, and Dwight Howard at the same time. But like Steph, if he'd gone to Adidas, he would have changed the damn game. Because if we're being honest, they make good shoes. They do make good shoes. Still, in my opinion, the best basketball shoes in the market are like Li Ning right now. Like there's all these alternative brand like 361 Degrees players. What's it? Series players only, Li Ning. Like they're making probably the best shoes. But Steph is almost certainly going to go to Nike. And the thing is, Steph's bringing Curry brand to Nike. Curry brand is separate. Curry brand is separate to, because he's bringing the iron with him. So Curry brand is separate to Under Armour. So we bring Curry brand. So suddenly you've got a player signed to Curry brand. And the thing with Caitlin Clark was, you know, the way De'Aaron had his signature shoe already. She was meant to be the face and not De'Aaron. She was meant to be the face of Curry brand. And that was the whole thing, being like, Caitlin, obviously being as the female Steph Curry, she was meant to have been the face. And I think the Under Armour, even though they offered her the most, I'd say Steph is on the phone to whoever it is Under Armour and say, pay her whatever it costs. Pay her whatever it costs, bring her in. And they lowballed. They probably heard, oh, Nike are only offering $3 million a year for 8 years. It's a terrible deal. We'll give you $4 million a year for 4 years. Instead of saying, yeah, you know, Nike are paying 28 over 8 years. We'll give you 28 over 3. Like, we'll give you 28 over 3 years. Just come, we'll get your signature shoe. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, we'll give you 28 over 3 years, and you don't need to wait 3 years for a signature shoe. We'll get you one out. We'll get you one out in the next 18 months. We'll get you one out. Your logo, we'll start working on it today. We don't have to stall everything because we're launching an A'ja Wilson shoe and she's going to get pissed off if we promote your shoe or if we promote you in any way. We're not going to do that. There's not going to be a risk of, you know, other NBA players or other WNBA players hating on you because you're getting a signature shoe because of other players. All that bullshit stops if you don't join Nike. All that bullshit stops. Like, there's a way that Under Armour could have got this deal done. It would have cost possibly 28 over 3. Like, it could have cost him $9 million a year. Like, I'm being honest. It could have cost him $9 million a year, but there is a money amount that would have made her play in Under Armour shoes, even though she liked Nike. Because, let's be real, Under Armour sneakers aren't that bad. They're not. They're good. They're good. I've played in Under Armour, played in Nike. They are good. Like, and by the way, they would have spent an entire year, basically, trying to plan something for Caitlin Clark, specifically. So she would have been able to do anything. She would have played in Curry's. She would have been attached to Curry, which would have only brought her brand up. And it would have brought Steph's Curry's brand up. Her getting a signature shoe early would have brought her brand up. Those shoes would have sold. It would have helped Under Armour. And Under Armour lowballed her. And it's part of the reason why they have lost. Not only like their biggest athlete, but their athlete. Like, Steph was Under Armour. Other than The Rock, who else do Under Armour have as like this actual athlete? Like, I stand by this. Under Armour make the best sportswear gear of the Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, of the big brands. Under Armour still make the best gear. No one really cares because they don't have the marketing, and you could have had the marketing, but you fucked it. They fucked it. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.